Hello, my badass boys and badass babes. It is your favorite B-A-double-D, bad girl of the Black Hills herself, Virgo the Vixen. And as always, hit those likes and subscribe buttons wherever they're at. Alright, as you can see by today's video, the title is called Until Death Do Us Part. Today, we're going to go a little bit more in-depth to what I mean by that. Because today, we're going to be talking about something in the Catholic Church. And like I said, last week's video, I kind of made it a little bit of fun. And I wanted to do just an exclusive video on this topic. I could have added to that, but I wanted it to be its own video. And that is the concept of divorce, okay? In the Catholic Church, for those of you who don't know, divorce does not exist, okay? It's not there. It's not kosher. It's not good, okay? What is there is two things. We have annulment, which is basically saying, marriage never happened. Nope, nope, nope. There was never a marriage. There was never a honeymoon. There was never a honeymoon night. There was never kids. Nope, nope, nope. Nothing ever happened. That's annulment, okay? And then we have until death do us part. Now, I'm going to get to that in a moment, and there's going to be some conspiratorial belief here, so just stay with me. But when they got together and decided, okay, we're going to make the Catholic Church, we're going to implement all these rules, and we're going to, go back a couple hundred years or a couple thousand, depending on what your point of view is. But anyways, they get together. All right. So, when we get to marriage, okay, this is just my philosophy and my conspiratorial belief, and this is where that part will come in. A bunch of old men got together, okay, and they decided, okay, marriage, when we come to this part of our religion, marriage, okay, yes, first we want people to get married, okay, all right, so man, woman, okay, man and woman fall in love, that's the only thing we're going to accept, okay, all right, okay, we're getting that down. Now, let's talk about they're married. What happens if things don't work out? And all the old men are probably laughing at this point because, like I said, this is just my belief. They can't figure out, like, we need a mechanism here. Okay, let's see here. We need a mechanism to get out of the marriage, and let's go with divorce. No, we can't go with divorce because then, and this is where the conspiratorial belief is, then that means us old guys will lose power, we'll have to give up our stuff to our wives, and we really don't want to give up stuff to our wives because we've accumulated so much, and if we have to give it up to our wives, we'll have a lot less stuff here. And besides, Jesus only wanted one man for one woman, so I have a great idea. Once they're married, that's it. Nope, you can't leave. Unless, and this is the best part of my religion, yes, there is no divorce in the Catholic Church. However, there is accidental death in my religion. Okay, when you take your vows until death do us part. Now, this is the part of the video where the title is relevant. Until death do us part. Okay. That's the loophole. That's the get out of jail free card. That's the way, not divorce, but that's the way to end the marriage. And why do I say there's accidental death involved? Well, obviously, killing is bad. It's actually written in the Ten Commandments. And most religions will agree, hey, you can't go around killing people. I mean, I think we can all agree on that. However, if a spouse were to accidentally fall down the hill in a tragic, accident where their neck gets snapped, oh my God, he's dead. I'm a free woman now. Maybe he fell off a cliff. Maybe he got trampled by a bunch of bulls. Maybe his brakes failed after seeing his mistress, and next thing you know, his car can't stop, and whoop, sorry. But the point is, that one may get a little too personal, but anyways, the point is, accidental death does occur, and I'm not kidding you, it does occur, okay? If you think for one moment that, let me put it to you this way, it does not occur, you're deluding yourself, because in my faith, because there are women who are just strongly devoted to until death do us part, but I guarantee you, and this is what makes Catholic women so damn scary in a marriage, okay? If they are truly hardcore loyal to their spouse, they will love their spouse. However, And guys, I must warn you, if you decide to date a Catholic woman, first of all, you're going to get, and she is hardcore, you're going to get a woman who's devoted to you. But with that said, there is some underlying conditions that you might want to review. And I'm going to give you those lessons right now. First of all, do not cheat on her, okay? Do not, do things like that, okay? Do not cheat on her. Do not break her trust. Do not break her heart. And I'm going to tell you why. Because most Catholic women who are die-hard come from places like Mexico. They come from places like Spain, Italy, Sicily. If you're not picking up what I'm putting down, the women of these countries that I mentioned are not afraid to cause an accidental death. All right? I'm just saying, the women are fiery, they're passionate, they're loving, they're caring. But if you piss them off, they are not afraid to poison you, shoot you, stab you, or there might be some other mysterious accident that you will occur. So, do not cheat on them. Do not abuse them. Do not anger them, okay? Because I guarantee you, these women will love you literally to death. Literally, I am not joking. They will love you to the moment you die, okay? However, do not inspire that moment till death do us part, because I guarantee you, like I said, Catholic women can be dangerous. So, let's review about accidental death before we close out today's video. In the Catholic faith, we have annulment, which is basically like, yeah, it never happened, do-over, mulligan, whatever. But for those of you who can't get an annulment and have to go the route of the accidental death, trust me, it can get violent, it can get mean, and it can get quite hilarious because everyone knows that, hey, Frankie over here is cheating on Elizabeth, but guess what? Elizabeth is just this quiet little housewife, and all of a sudden Frankie's car just mysteriously, I don't know, spontaneously combusted on fire. Just saying, you have to give the Irish credit. But anyways, my badass boys and badass babes, so just remember, today's life lesson, Catholics don't believe in divorce. However, we do believe in accidental death. So if you decide to marry one of us, first of all, we're going to force you to convert to our religion. And second of all, don't piss us Catholic women off because we will literally hold up to that standard until death do us part. So my badass boys and badass babes, who's your vixen and bye-bye.